going to tell you a wee shrimp pattern. This one's called the Newtyle shrimp. Now, this is a nice wee handy pattern if you're maybe a beginner. The fly tying, or maybe you've just been tying trout flies, you want to go into salmon or just whatever you're at. Now, the hook and the vise is a partridge period double in black nickel in size 12. The thread that I'm going to use is the Uni Thread 801 white. And the reason why I'm using the white thread, and I like to do this, is because I want to try and keep the body nice and bright. So I'm just going to bring my thread in a couple of mil behind the eye of the hook. And just run the thread on sort of way halfway down the shank of the hook. Now, the tag and the rib is going to be a oval silver tinsel, and this is an oval silver tinsel in size 14 that I'm using. Now, Vineyards, this is a Vineyards tinsel because they number it. Now I'm going to work the thread down until I'm at the points or slightly past the points of the hooks. What I mean by that is when I let my thread go. Then I'm going to come around with 4 turns of the oval silver. On the 5th turn, bring it in between the 2 hooks. Come around with your thread. Now just keep your oval silver tinsel in underneath. Work your thread up. Fold your oval silver tinsel back for your rib. And then just work your thread down, tight up against your oval silver tinsel tag. So that's our tag in. Now the tail, just looking some orange bucktail. I've just got some here off. Now you can have this as say it's nearly in every video, but it is true. You can have it as long or short as you like, it's up to you. I just usually offer mine up, and I'm just going to tie it in twice the length of the hook over the back. I'm just going to come around with a pinching loop, a couple of turns, come in and trim away the waist. Then I'm going to put 2 strands of crystal flash into the tail, a couple of turns, fold it back, a couple of turns over the top, trim away the waist. Get more fly to that, so just moisten it. Then just work my thread forward over the cut ends of the bucktail. Now if it moves, just bring it back round and just tie that in nice and tight. Now there's a couple of ways you can tie the body in this. The body's in 2 parts. You can use an orange floss, a bright orange floss at the back, or what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a glue brite floss number 11. This is this nice fluorescent yellow, but like a high-vis vest. So just trim away a strand, offer this up, just put it into the length that you want the rear part of the body, and work your thread forward. Then we'll just come up with the glue brite floss. Now it is thin, so if you feel like you have to maybe go back down again, what I tend to do is we'll work forward first to see what we're like. Right. I feel like I'll need another pass, so I'm going to go back down. It just depends how bright you wish to have the body. Now you could use maybe a chartreuse uni floss or something like that, but I do like the glue brite floss number 11. I'm happy with that now, so I'm just going to file this around with my thread. A couple of turns, come in and trim away the waist end. Front body is going to be a Chinese red uni floss. So just take a length of this off. Or you could use a glue brite floss number 3 as well if you don't have the Chinese red. Just come in and offer that up to the hook. Just work our thread forward, tying that in. Then we'll come around with the Chinese red. Now, just make sure it's nice and level with the glue brite. And you're just looking sort of way touching or just slightly overlapping turns. Follow this around with my thread, nice and tight. Come in and trim away the waste ends. Then I'm going to come up with my oval silver. I'm looking 4 turns up the body. Fly this around with my thread. A couple of tight turns to catch that in. Right. When you see this fly, sometimes it's tied with a very thick wing, if you like. But what you're looking at is just some red, just some deep red or red fox will do the trick here for you. That's all you need. Right. That's what I think I need, but it's too much for me. So I'm just going to take away a pinch. It's a wee bit better. Just come in and trim that away from the tail. Then you come in and just hold the tips. Just reduce the fox by taking out any under fur. I'm just taking away some of the guard hairs because I don't want to see that in it. I want this coming back just slightly over halfway into the tail, so just pinch it on top, come around with a pinch and loop, catch that in, come and trim away the waste. Now into the wing I'm going to put in 2 strands. This is the red crinkle flash. It's a good wee fly, I see, for PD water. If you fish PD water, particularly the rivers and Donegal and places like that, this wee fly I think would work well. I'm going to catch that in, fold the flash back, working the thread back up over the flash, come in and trim that away. We're not looking too bad. Just getting this to sit nice. For the throat, just looking some red cock hackle. This is more like a henny cock. This feather here, that feather there, is from the back of a Vineyard's cock saddle cape. This is a good way to use these up, because other than that you probably wouldn't use. Just going to stack this a wee bit. You probably wouldn't use them. Now the length of this, I want this coming back. The way I like to tie this is I want this coming back past the tag, or oval silver tinsel tag, so just pinch it underneath. Bring your thread up, a pinch and loop up the way. Take a couple of nice turns just to see what way you're sitting. Now if you can rotate your vise, you can spin it round and then come in with your thumb, your nail, just spread out the fibres. Then come in and trim away the waste ends. And we're just going to bring our thread down over the cut ends of the cock hackle fibres and back up. Now I know it looks like nothing, but I've had a couple of nice wee fish on this fly. Now just to finish off, a couple of jungle cock eyes, just the smaller ones, just to suit the size 12. So just hold the 2 jungle cock eyes, then just come in and I try not to strip it off, I'm just looking to stroke it back. That's what I like to do. Some people like to strip it all off. Just using the eye of the hook as a divider. Just offer these up. Then come in and just pinch them onto the hook. Around with a couple of turns. Just to see what way we're sitting. Have a wee check now. Just have a wee check both sides. They're nice and straight. You can see it there. They're level. So just bring it back round. Come in and hold the jungle cock eyes. Just tighten up. Fold the stems back. Always best to fold these back. Just means that they have to break off then. Can't pull out on you. keeping your thread tight. You can break away the stems of the jungle cock. Then we're just going to come in with our whip finishing tool. Just the one whip finish. Pull your thread nice and tight. At this point I'm going to come in and brighten up the head with a glow brite floss number 4. So I'm just going to come in with the number 4. Just simply tie up over the white. Now the tension on the bobbin is too much, it's too tight, so what I do is just stretch it out, then stretch it out this side. It's a wee bit better, it's a wee bit smoother now. And then we'll just come up over the white thread. Come in and trim away the waste end of the glow brite. And then just come back down over the head. I just want to brighten it up a wee bit because you want the head nice and bright on this wee fly. Pull the glow brite floss nice and tight. Come in and trim away your tan thread. So there you go, guys, that's the Newtyle shrimp. Just to finish off, we coat a super glue onto the head. Like the whole way around. Just be careful not to touch your dressing at this point. Just you'll ruin the fly. Now, what I tend to do here is any super glue that's wanting to come forward off the eye, just come in with my needle and just square it all off. But there you go, guys, that's the wee simple pattern. It's not hard to tie. It's just basically a tail, a wing and a throat and a couple of jungle cock. So look, if you fish peaty water, tie a few of those up. It's a lovely wee fly to have in your box set, in a size 12, and hopefully it can catch you a few fish. Anyway, until the next time, hopefully you please enjoy your time. Sorry, not hopefully, please enjoy your time. It's a great hobby, and I'll catch you on the next one.